Cole, only once. It was in Frankfurt in 1960, and he was touring through Europe in a band led by Quincy Jones. I thought to myself, this guy can play more piano standing up than most pianists can play sitting down. And he can sing more songs sitting down than most singers can sing standing up. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I hope you are happy to be here at 16th Ave Theatre for a night of unforgettable music. It is our pleasure to be associated with the 60th Port of Tauranga Jazz Festival, the longest running jazz festival in the Southern Hemisphere. I'd like to introduce our outstanding and upstanding musicians. Jeff Baker on drums. Abby Crossley on keyboard and backing vocals. Lana Wilson on piano and tenor sax. Billy Jones on tenor sax and clarinet. James Upjohn on bass. And last but not least, our musical director, Murray Mason. Our singers, Matilda Barkymore, Tarek Skelling,
Sure.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget something?
You really love me.
Yes, darling, I really love you. I'm so sorry. And dancing, my daughter, Demi Coon.
St. Patrick's Day, 1919, Montgomery, Alabama, a child was born. His name was Nathaniel Adam Coles, and he would become one of the most unique and recognised voices in the history of jazz and popular music. Nathaniel grew up in Chicago. His father was a butcher and a deacon in the Baptist church, and his mother, Perlina, was the church organist. She taught him how to play the organ until he was 12, and then he began formal lessons. His first performance was at the age of 4.
Legend has it that Nat was quite shy about his voice, and he didn't even think of himself as a singer until one night, when an insistent and fairly intoxicated customer kept asking for a vocal version of a song called Sweet Lorraine. Not wanting to get into trouble, Nat obliged, and he sung one chorus of the song. Because the response was so encouraging, and because Nat was afraid to lose his job if he didn't sing, it was agreed that vocals would become part of the act. And so here is the song that launched Cole the singer, Sweet Lorraine.
I just found joy. I'm as happy as a baby boy with a brand new choo-choo true toy. When I met my sweet Lorraine, Lorraine, Lorraine. She got a pair of eyes that are brighter than the summer skies. When you see her, you will realize how I love my sweet Lorraine. Now when it's raining, I don't forget the sun, 'cause it's in my baby's smile. Oh, to think that I'm the lucky one who will lead her down the aisle. Tonight I pray someone will steal her heart away. I can't wait until that lucky day when I marry sweet Lorraine. Yes. Kimberly Jones. Now when it's raining, I don't forget the sun, 'cause it's in my baby's smile. And to think that I'm the lucky one who will lead her down the aisle. Each night I pray no one will steal her heart away. I can't wait until that lucky day when I marry sweet Lorraine.
Thank you. Hey, great to see you all here. I don't know whether it's felt like that for you today. It's felt like a long day waiting for this to come because of, I think, daylight saving, an extra hour there. We appreciate the fact that you're here, because if you wouldn't be here, it would just be another rehearsal for us. So, just a few house rules. We want you to relax and enjoy this concert as much as you possibly can. We want you to feel that you're actually part of the concert too. So part of that is being a good audience. So one of the things with jazz, some of you have probably come here for the first time as 16th Ave supporters, but supporting something that's a jazz event. And so one of the cool things about jazz is that as an audience you're actually involved in the sense that you can applaud during the performance. So it's not like classical music and some other art form. So if you hear a solo that's great, you acknowledge that, and if you think it's fantastic, then you acknowledge that as well. Singing, we're really happy if you sing along with the band. We have two requests. One is that it's the same song, and then the second thing is we're not that keen if you come and grab a microphone. But apart from that, go for it. The last thing I want to talk about is that the backbeat is kind of the elephant in the room as far as jazz goes. The backbeat is beat 2 and 4. So right from the early days of blues through to jazz, through to modern contemporary rock and all the rest of it, the important beats are 2 and 4. So it feels like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. If you clap on 1, 2, 3 and 4, that's moderately cool, because by accident you're actually getting beat 2 and 4. So that's okay. But if you clap or click on beat 1 and 3, that's about as cool as socks and sandals. So I've got a friend here from Rotorua. Her name is Mary, and her husband Tim, somewhere in there. She won't want to be known where she is, and may not want to talk to me afterwards. But she's super tough, and so if she sees anybody clicking on 1 and 3, you're gone. You're actually just gone. She's going to pick you up and throw you out, right? The good news on your part is that she probably doesn't know which one's one and which is two. So there's a reasonable chance that you'll get away with it. Sorry, Mary, what was that?
Are you right? I don't. You're all fine people.
That's Mary, somewhere over there. Also, for Mary's benefit, I know that her and Tim have travelled a long way from Rotorua to be here and going back again tonight. And I'm really worried about breaking this news to her because I think that she'll be really upset. But you're not actually going to see Nat King Cole tonight.
Oh.
But we're very fortunate because we scoured the country for a Nat King Cole lookalike. It was quite a challenging job because there were 4 categories that we were looking for. Had to be a great singer, a confident performer with experience, had to have great stage presence, and had to be charming, especially to the ladies. And I think that you'll be pretty impressed with what we've come up with. So can you please warmly welcome to the stage Taronga's answer to Mr. Nat King Cole. Here he is.
I've always thought I was being tall, dark and handsome.
Yeah, we thought that 4 out of the 5 prerequisites was a pretty good score. So, yeah. Anyway, Barry's all of the other things. So I hope you enjoy this next piece, which is one of my favourite pieces. And this is called A Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square.
That certain night, the night we met, there was magic abroad in the air. There were angels dining at the Ritz, and a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I may be wrong, I may be right, but I'm perfectly willing to swear. As she turned and smiled at me, the nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. The moon that lingered over London town, poor puzzled moon, he wore a frown. How could we know we two were so in love? The whole darn world seems upside down. The streets of town were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And as she turned and smiled at me, nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. Paved with stars, it was such a romantic affair. And as she turned and smiled at me, a nightingale sang
and hang around outside the clubs, listening to artists such as Louis Armstrong, Earl Hines, and Jimmy Noon. Cole's first session with Capitol Records delivered the classics Gee Baby Ain't I Good to You and Straighten Up and Fly Right. Straighten Up was his first hit as a mainstream singer and also one of his own compositions. It was based on a black folk tale that his father had used as a theme for a sermon, and it sold over 500,000 copies.
One, two, three.
Said, now listen, Jack, straighten up and fly right, straighten up and fly right, straighten up and fly right, cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top, ain't no use in diving, what's the use in jiving, straighten up and fly right, cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top, the boys that told the monkey you are showing me, release your hold and I will set you free. Monkey looked the boys right dead in the eyes, said your story is so touching but it sounds just like a lie. Straighten up and fly right, straighten up and stay right, straighten up and fly right, cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Let's get ba 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 da ba da 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 da. Straighten up and straighten up and fly right, cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top, ain't no use in diving, what's the use of jiving, straighten up and fly right, cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top, fly right. Cole's performing career started as a teenager, and he was christened Nat King Cole by a Los Angeles club owner in 1937. As a pianist in a touring revue called Shuffle Along, Nat King Cole found himself in Long Beach, California, where he and 3 other musicians formed the King Cole Swingers and landed themselves a gig on the Long Beach Pike for $90 a week, which is pretty much what musicians get paid today, isn't it, mate?
No, that's if you're really spoiled. This song was actually written by the very famous and surprising Charlie Chaplin. This is a lovely tune that I think you'll recognise called Smile.
Smile though your heart is aching,
Smile even though it's breaking.
when there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile and maybe tomorrow you'll
trio signed on with fledgling Capitol Records in 1943 and stayed there for the rest of Cole's career. Most of Capitol's success during this period was fueled by Cole's record sales, and so became known as the house that Nat built.
This young lady is Matilda, and she is a student at Tauranga Girls College, 17 years old.
The autumn leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the summer hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old bitter song. But I'll miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall. The autumn the autumn leaves are red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear winter songs. But I'll miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall. But I'll miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall.
If you happen to be local, and around about the 6th of May, am I right? There's a show being put on by Tauranga Girls College, and Matilda has the lead role in it, so well worth you checking it out. It's called The Addams Family. This song is not called The Addams Family, this is called Mr. Heath.
also a part of the Shuffle Along show and then moved to LA where he formed the King Cole Trio. Nat's drummerless trio was an innovation, and even Count Basie marveled at their improvisational interplay. Basie used to say, "Those cats could read each other's minds. It was unbelievable."
About the best we can do at reading each other's minds is all knowing that we're about to do the same piece. And that's because it's on the stands in front of us. This is called Our Love Is Here to Stay. Very clear that our love is here to stay. Not for a year, but around the day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancy, and in time may go. Oh my dear, I'm here to stay. Go away, going a long way. In time the rocket may crumble, the boulder may tumble down on the neighbor plain. But our love is here to stay. Our love is here to stay. Not for a year, but around a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the rocket may crumble, your borders may tumble, they're only made of clay. But our love is here to stay. In time the rocket may crumble, your borders may tumble, they're only made of clay. But our love is here to stay. Thank you. That was fun. This next piece we're doing, I felt a bit conflicted about as a teenager because I loved it as a musician. It's called The Girl from Ipanema, and as a budding listening musician I was fascinated with the incredibly complex chord sequence and the cool Latin rhythms and all the rest of it. But the lyrics had me a bit troubled because they read tall and tan and young and lovely, and I felt that the composer would have had access to at least a few other million people, men or young men, if he'd written the lyrics as small and tan and young and lovely. Anyway, I couldn't do anything about it. I was powerless. But having said that, I still love this tune. I hope you enjoy it. This is called The Girl from Ipanema. Okay, we're about to do a song that I personally love. I think this is a great song. This is called At Last, and it's going to feature Matilda from Vocals. Well done, Matilda's mum. Great to have unbiased people.
there's any confusion, I didn't go to Tauranga Girls College, and I'm not 17. Members of the cricket congregation, I'm standing at my lectern here, you see. I've got a great quote here from Ray Charles, which I'd like to share with you. I'll try my Ray Charles voice. No, I can't. There was one guy who sang and played the piano in a way that changed my life. He influenced me above all others. This dude did it all for me, and I couldn't hear him enough. In fact, I followed him for nearly a decade. Musically, I walked in his footsteps until I found a stride of my own. I stole many of his licks, and I got his vocal style down to a T. He was my idol. Talking about Nat Cole. Folks forget that Nat started out as a piano player, a jazz piano player. Sure, he played pretty tunes and pop melodies, but if he wanted to, he could turn out the blackest blues you'd ever care to hear. When bop came along, in the 40s, he could do that as well. Always tasty, always clean, and always inventive as hell. That was my first program to become a junior Nat King Cole. It is only paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Yes, it's only a canvas sky hanging over a muslin tree. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Oh, without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played on a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Well, listen. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played on a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me.
Who cares? That he's not, I don't mean who cares about that, I mean who cares about the fact that he's not actually Nat King Cole. This next piece we're going to do needs a wee bit of explanation. I agonised over a program some months ago when I was first approached by Merv, the director, to put this together. And the biggest issue that I faced, and you'll probably understand it if you're Nat King Cole fans, is that there was so much music that was so famous that it was really hard to figure out what to leave out. And we couldn't do a program of 129 successful hits in an evening, not unless we staged it over a continuous 2 days or something like that. So I had to settle on something that was realistic in length, so it meant I had to leave some tunes out. So how did I do that? So I thought, well, I've got to do justice to Nat King Cole's legacy. That's really the aim of it. We can't try and copy him because we're not old enough. We don't play that style, and we're not Nat King Cole. So just impossible. So I decided that first of all, we couldn't do all ballads, and 85% of his music is ballads. That's what he was successful doing. Secondly, a lot of them were fully orchestrated. We couldn't do that, six-piece group. We needed to have a diverse program, and we needed to have a mix between jazz and pop. But also, I think we needed to show what has happened to his music in some ways too, as the years have gone by, because that's part of the legacy, is that there's musicians all over the world who are choosing to play and sing his music and to make it the best job that they possibly can. But another part of it was that he produced a marvellous daughter by the name of Natalie Cole. And so we're doing one tune that she became famous for. They sang it together, but she did her own version, which is very cool and very contemporary sounding. And we're going to introduce Anna to you to sing this one with two backing singers, and this is called When I Fall in Love.
When I fall in love.
tell you that she's struggling with a cold at the moment, so didn't she do fabulously? Yeah. This last one is the last part of this half, so we're going to sing something nice and bright and cheerful to send you out to have a drink out in the bar, or come back in and have a drink, whatever you're up to. So this is called On the Sunny Side of the Street. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your steps to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear a pitter pat? And that happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over, so if I ever have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller, with gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over, so if I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller, with gold dust at my feet on the sunny, on the shade of the sunny. Yes, on the sunny, sunny side of the street. The sunny side of the street.
When we come back, Nat King Cole hits the big time and becomes a million seller. Thank you.
Are you ready for some more? We're going to bring Matilda back on to sing a tune called What Is This Thing Called Love? And this is a kind of a funky feel to this. Hope you enjoy it.
What is this thing called love? This funny thing called love. Just who can solve all of its mysteries? And why does it keep making a fool out of me? I saw you there one wonderful day. You took my heart and threw it away. That's why I ask the Lord above, what is this thing we call love?
Matilda's mum again? I'm sure she told you to stay in the car. No, just tripping. Here's a beautiful ballad. This is called, I think this is one of the most beautiful songs that Nat ever sang. It's a gorgeous song called Here's That Rainy Day.
Maybe I should have saved those leftover dreams. Funny, but here's that rainy day. Here's that rainy day they told me about, and I laughed at the thought that it might turn out this way. Where is that worn-out wish that I threw aside after it brought my lover near? Funny how love becomes a cold rainy day. So funny, that rainy day is after it brought my lover near. Funny how love becomes a cold rainy day. So funny, that rainy day is
Cole was the first African American to have his own radio program and the second to have his own TV show. In both cases, the programs were ultimately cancelled because potential sponsors shied away from showcasing a black artist. Some of the sponsors were even nervous about white female guests appearing on the show. Pretty hard to imagine for me, actually, but it happened. Here's a nice bright samba tune featuring Anna called How High the Moon.
somewhere there's music, how faint the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. There is no love when love is far away too, till it comes true that you love me as I love you. Somewhere there's heaven, it's where you are. Somewhere there's music, faint the tune. Somewhere there's heaven. How high the moon. There is no love when love is far away too. Till it comes true that you love me as I love you. Somewhere there's heaven. It's where you are. Somewhere there's music. How near, how far. The darkest light would shine if you would come to me soon. Until you will have still my heart. Until you will have still my heart. Until you will have still my heart. How high the moon.
Oh, that's a good reaction. I hope.
I just would like to protest that you didn't react like that when the band came on. That's pretty pathetic. Can you give the band that kind of response, please? We'll carry on playing.
Cole's transformation from jump and jive to pop ballads came in 1946, when his songs became million sellers for the King Cole Trio.
This song, I think, it was the cutest song that Nat King Cole ever sang. I think you'll know it.
Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear.
Craving your kiss.
Your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear.
Still craving your kiss.
Your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Da 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 But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me.
In 1948, Cole purchased a house with his new wife, Maria Hawkins-Ellington, in the all-white Hancock Park neighbourhood in Los Angeles. Property Owners Association told Cole, "We don't want any undesirables moving in here." Cole replied, "Neither do I. And if I see anyone undesirable coming in here, I'll be the first to complain."
One, two, one, two. What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. I got a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. And the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling. I could swear I was falling. Why, it's almost like being in love. Murray Mason. What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. I got a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. And the music of life seems to be like the bell that is ringing for me. And the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling. I could swear I was falling. Why, it's almost like being in love. Almost. Pretend.
Pretend that Barry is Natalie Cole.
Pretend you're happy when you're blue. That isn't very hard to do. The little things you haven't got may be a lot if you pretend. Remember, anyone can dream. It's not as bad as it may seem. The little things you haven't got may be a lot if you pretend. You'll find a love you can share, one you can call your own. Just close your eyes and you're there. You'll never be alone. And if you sing this melody, you'll be pretending just like me. The world is mine, it can be yours, my friend. So why don't you pretend? Kimberly Jones. You'll find a love you can share, one you can call all your own. Just close your eyes and you're there. You'll never be alone. And if you sing this melody, you'll be pretending just like me. The world is mine, it can be yours, my friend. So why don't you pretend?
Cole's new move to pop music had some jazz critics and fans accusing him of selling out. But he never completely abandoned his jazz roots. And throughout the years, Cole continued to rack up hit after hit, including this song, which is one of my personal favourites.
I just need a moment. My tuning battery has gone flat, and so this guitar has fallen totally out of tune. And I'm just going to take a moment to do it. So,
Barry could probably plug the guitar into my dress and it would probably power it.
I'm very disturbed about that.
Don't be disturbed.
If you ever plan to motor west, travel my way, take the highway
I'm a little bit puffed. The late 1940s saw Cole producing more pop-orientated music for a mainstream audience. And he cemented his icon status with such hits as Too Young, the #1 song in 1951, and this song, Nature Boy, in 1948.
I think this is one of the most haunting songs written.
There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far, over land and sea, a little shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. And then one day, a magic day, he passed my way. And though we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. A magic day he passed my way, and though we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return.
Oh, okay. Because Anna's voice is, you wouldn't know it, but her voice is really, she's really struggling. I'm reading her parts, which is why I'm looking at this. Well, I forgot that I was about to do this. So, this is Anna. Try and imagine that I'm Anna for a moment. You should have no trouble. Cole was a heavy smoker, up to 3 packs a day. In 1952, a research company published test results showing that smoking Chesterfields would have no adverse effects on the throat, sinuses, or lungs. Nat, you're right. Nat celebrated by sending his assistant out for a dozen cartons.
Cole faced racism his whole life and refused to perform in segregated venues. But when it came to politics, he was dogged by critics who felt he shied away from the civil rights issue. In 1956, he was assaulted on stage in Birmingham, Alabama, by members of the White Citizens Council, who were apparently attempting to kidnap him. Cole completed the performance despite his injuries, but he never performed in the South again.
This piece I'd like to dedicate to my wife, even though she's not here. But I'm sure my friends Mary and Tim and Pat and Murray, who we're going to dinner with shortly, will relay this. And incidentally, I know there are heaps of people out there that I personally know. I apologise unreservedly that I'm going to have to bolt after this concert. So I'm really sorry. Please don't take offence, but I have to go because we have a dinner booked at 6:15. Harbourside, and it's not looking promising. And I've left my wife there, and I know that those of you who know her, Liz Mason, she's very comfortable with chatting, even by herself. But if I leave her totally by herself for very long, then it might not be quite such a good evening. So we're going to do a piece called Caravan, and we bought a caravan 3 years ago, so I think this song is perfectly appropriate. The lyrics almost make the leap from a caravan in the desert to a caravan on the back of a Sangong Rexton. I don't see much difference, so I hope you can understand that they are quite strongly linked somehow. That shines so bright, the mystery of the fading light that shines upon the caravan. Sleep upon my shoulder as we creep across the sand, so I might keep the memory of a caravan.
shoulder as we creep across the Sanso and the Key, the memory of our caravan is so exciting. Resting in my arms, the magic of your charms. You beside me here beneath the blue, I dream of love is coming true within our desert caravan. Thank you. I feel so favoured to have such a great group of musicians who are working with me. Do you agree? How could you not? I'm always very grateful when I ring people, you know, and I've got a project in mind and I say, would you be keen to? And they say, yeah, let's do it. So I'm very, very favoured. Nat King Cole came to New Zealand in 1955. Yes, he was the Justin Timberlake of the day. In fact, if you want to compare him even to somebody a bit more current, the Harry Styles of the day. The crowds went wild at the Whenuapai Air Base where he was, and for a quarter of an hour he wasn't even able to get off the plane because of a hysterical woman, some with children, who rushed onto the tarmac and closed on the plane. I couldn't think of anything more terrifying. So he shook hands with many of them as they wrenched a window off the reception lounge. Just a point of note is that on Tuesday night we have a very special guest who's coming to this concert, because we have 2 more concerts. And his name is Neil Randrup. And have any of you seen any articles in the paper about Neil Randrup? Then you know who he is. He's 102 years old, and he played in the very orchestra that backed Nat King Cole all the way back then, which is fantastic. 1955. So he was playing in the orchestra. He still plays a bit of sax and a bit of flute. Doesn't play in any groups, which I suppose he's got a reasonable excuse. But he's a fantastic guy. Barry's actually a personal friend of his, Barry, and he's a marvellous man. And he will be here on Tuesday night. So isn't that incredible? We come to our last piece, and I think you probably can guess what it's going to be called. Anyone prepared to guess? Call it out. Unforgettable. Good work. Okay. No, yeah, it has to be unforgettable, doesn't it? I mean, it's a tidy way to finish it. It's a perfect tune. Before we do that, can I thank, please, Merv Beats, who has been the director of the show. This is an unusual association to do a concert the 16th Ave. Who's here who are 16th Ave supporters? Nobody? Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, normally it's theatre. This is a very unusual departure, and it's been a very happy departure. It's been really interesting because normally we would go to Bay Court where they're used to doing concerts, and so we've all kind of had to learn together, but it's been fantastic. Merv has been so supportive, and also John on the sound there. Can you give him a round of applause, please? You have to have a great temperament to be a sound person. He's been fantastic and done a great job. Linda was our stage manager out the back, and she's just the right person for the job. Friendly before the show starts, and then stern when the show actually starts. And she does a bloody good job of that because we need to. She's actually a lovely person. A big hand to Dennis tonight. Are you there somewhere, Dennis? Yeah, he did the set for us. And a big hand to all the musicians and singers who are involved in this. Two last groups of people to thank. One is you, the audience. You've been great. We've loved it, and it's fantastic to play to a full house. Thank you so much for coming out. We really appreciate it. And then the last person I want to thank, he's not here to hear it, but Nat King Cole himself. I mean, what an amazing legacy. He didn't write a lot of songs, but he just had this ability to communicate through music, powerful ability to communicate through music. His charm, his
his ability to draw people near through his music. And I hope that we've managed to, in some way, acknowledge that legacy that he's left behind. So now I'd like to invite the singers on to join me, all of the singers to join me for Unforgettable.
Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far, like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you just clings to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way and forevermore. That's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. That's what you are.
Unforgettable. Near or far, like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you just clings to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way and forevermore. That's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Alana Wilson, who's held the whole thing together on time. Abby Crossley, who coincidentally happens to be my daughter. James Upjohn on bass. Kimberly Jones. Kimberly has been a lifesaver because she stepped in at the last minute and has done a fantastic job. And lastly, Jeff Baker on bass. Would you like another one? Oh, thank goodness. It would be terrible if they yelled out, "No, get off! Go home." Okay. This is LOVE, and it's a chance for you to see each of the singers one last time in this band. Oh yeah. And you're allowed to join in and click on 2 and 4. But remember that if you do get it wrong, Mary is very strong. Okay? And she's capable of picking you up by the breeches and the scruff of your neck. And asking me what to do with you, and I'll have no idea. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Up 1, 2, 3, 4.
L is for the way you look, you're looking at me. O is for the only one I see. V is so very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. And love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Real love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. You adore and
It's all nothing to you. Just yes
love can make it. Take my heart, please don't break it. 'Cause love is made for me and you. Don't wanna tell you to love, made for me and you. Don't you know that love was made for me and you?
Thank you very much. Actually, there's one person that we didn't mention before. Guess who it is? Mr. Murray Mason, our band leader. And in case you thought he'd lost the words before, he actually didn't. It's called scat singing.
Thanks, Barry. We can always rely on Barry to give us a good, I don't know, explanation or something. Or occasionally embarrass us, but not tonight. Yeah. We're just going to see the cast off stage by doing a few more bars. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Good night.